And welcome into Bill Hunter Arena for a big one. It's the Edmonton Warriors hosting the Calgary Shamrocks. The Warriors come into the game at 5-5-1 off of a tough weekend trip to Regina, where they lost all three games, while the Shamrocks roll in at 10-1, top of the Central or the South Division. The Warriors looking to fight off the Rebels for first in the North. They trail them by 4 points, while the Shamrocks sit comfortably up top the South. And talked about it a little bit this week already, but the Warriors owning the Shamrocks of late, winning the last 5 games. The two teams have met, 3 of those coming in the Larry Bishop Provincial Tournament. And the Warriors haven't lost at home since June 30th of 2022. So it should be a good one here from Bill Hunter. Ball is over on the left side. It's brought up, and now the ball's going to swing up top. Goes back to the lefties. Inside Fletcher, and that goes off of the, looked like piece of pinch. Ball's picked up and swung over to McLean. McLean hits a cutter. That was Miller. He got checked by Flett. Now they're going to say that the Shamrock Miller ran through the crease, so it'll be Warrior ball. Now the ball's thrown aimlessly up through center, and it's going to be picked back up by the Shamrocks. Definitely some turnovers, unforced turnovers that are going to want to be avoided here in what should be a close game. As Andrews is going to battle for it, ball goes loose once again, and now it's picked up momentarily, lost by Wolney. And now Kleisinger, who hasn't played in a while for the Shamrocks, and he's one of their more dangerous players. That's a big addition back into the lineup for Calgary. Kleisinger up across the top and a jump shot that goes into the stick. A pinch. The veteran netminder for the Warriors. So the ball gets knocked down, and that's another turnover, uncharacteristically by Flett, who's their best transition player. As he checks his stick out after that one, and now Shamrocks with extended possession here. Fletcher inside, and that's a stop by Pinch, as he was able to squeeze the ball between his arm and his body, keep it from going behind him. And here come the Warriors, Luke Royer. And the loose ball is picked up by Wilner Bate as they reset here. Royer, left side. Royer underneath his defender. Royer in front, and he scores! Luke Royer doing a good job of getting underneath his defender and avoids the crease. It's 1-0. Now off the draw. That's O'Dwyer. Wins that one, but now his pass is low at the feet of Kleisinger. Ball goes in behind the net. Kleisinger's taking a beating in behind. They don't call anything. Ball is sent over right side. In tight, and that's a good stop up high. Gorst worked his way in, and Pinch able to stay up on his feet, not go down too quickly, and got a shoulder on it. Ball left side. And that's Siege. And now Siege in front. As the ball gets picked back up by the Shamrocks. Ferrati, and that's going to be closed off by Pinch. 3 minutes in, Warriors leading 1-0. I want to thank you for joining us here on the channel, CROW LAX TV. Here with you all spring and summer long through the Larry Bishop Memorial Tournament, as we crown an Alberta champion and send them off to the Founders Cup in Hamilton, Ontario. As the ball swings over, Dickin, the dangerous righty, gets it to Dewart, another dangerous righty, and he rips that. That's stopped by Pilsner. Dickin is going to lose the ball as he got tied up with a couple of Shamrocks. Now it goes loose again. And McLean is going to lose it momentarily. It's picked back up. Miller, that's Oliver Miller, has to just send that down, avoiding the 8-second count. It'll be Warrior ball. And Lentz comes up for the Warriors. Luke Royer swings it. Dewart swings it back over to the left side. Carey drags it underneath, comes back up top with it to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate shoots that, and that's stopped by Pilsner. Wellner Bate rocking the different colored shoes, it looks like. Green and orange. It's a different look there from the Warrior vet. Ball on the right side. It's brought in behind the net. Anderson comes back up top, or he tried to throw it back up top, got knocked down. Andrews, as he does, works hard, and Kleisinger picked up the loose ball. Tried to get a shot off. The 32nd and the crease got in the way of that, and it'll be Warrior ball. Wolney rolls it to Andrews, who gets it to Dickin. Dickin off the half wall. Dickin throws that into the paraphernalia of Pilsner. Ball back up top. Elliott swings that. Wellner Bate collects it off the glass. Now Royer. Royer to Dickin. That went off a foot. Ball goes loose to the boards. Here's Elliott. And a massive pick. And that rode up high. Dickin's going to get called for a penalty here, and it'll be Shamrock. Power play time with 15:19 to go here in the first period. And this traditionally is a very strong portion of the Shamrocks program, is their power play. They also do a good job, conversely, of staying out of the box. So their penalty kill, even if it, at times might not be the greatest in the past, it doesn't have to do a lot of work. As the Shamrocks work the ball around, the ball's up top now. Nygren over. The ball ended up with Anderson. He shot that wide. And now Flett will come away with it. Flett into the offensive zone, backs out, gets the ball up high to Carey. Carey having a nice rookie season for the Warriors. Is going to be pushed into the corner. He loses it. And he's going to fall. And it'll be back over, and it'll be Shamrock ball. With about a minute to go in the power play. Fletcher now up top. Shamrock leading scorer, and that got sent wide by Kleisinger. Ball is grabbed nicely over on the left boards by Ferrati. Ball back up top. Fletcher winds, and that hit a body. Ball goes into the corner. And it's going to be battled for. Danny Fair there. And he gets knocked down. It'll be interference, and it'll be Warrior possession. 14 minutes flat here to go first period. Warriors up early here, 1-0. Here's Muir. Muir has to watch the line here, and he gets knocked down, and he whacks his guy as he changes, and now the ball will get picked up by the Shamrocks with about 25 seconds to go in the power play. Gorst bounces that far side, and it's going to be picked up by Siege. Siege out in front. They just let him walk right out. And that's a good stop by Pinch. Anderson. Shot comes in from Nygren. And Fletcher inside. Ball back up high. It's skipped down to the crease. Fletcher. Anderson. Anderson to Siege, and he goes low, and Pinch said no. And that's a good stop by the Warrior netminders. They kill that. Shamrock power play opportunity. Carey, left side. carry. That went off a body and got it all the way to the net, and it's grabbed by Pilsner. McCaig hands off here to Kleisinger. Ball skips over to the left side, and that's a bullet to the hip, about hip high onto the far side, and it's 1-1. That's a really nice release there by the Shamrocks. Ferrati. And they even this one up 1-1 early here. And the Shamrocks win the draw, and now cross check goes uncalled. And now in front, another opportunity for the Shamrocks goes just wide. Shamrocks bench didn't like that one. Probably a missed one, but nevertheless, they're going to have another possession here. Now right in front. And now cross crease pass came to Fletcher. He got knocked over, and the shot clock was about to expire. They're going to get the call there, and it'll be Calgary ball. Ball over on the left side. Siege. Fletcher tried to skip that back over, and now Miller taken heavily into the boards, and that's going to be a penalty. Rex Wolney will go to the box. So with 11:38 to go here, first period, and the score tied up at 1. The Shamrock power play will reconvene. Warriors explode a bit out. The Shamrocks evade that. Ball over on the right side. They send a guy into the middle. That's something you'll see the Shamrocks do a lot on their power play. Something I personally really like. If I put my coaching hat on for a second, I think it manipulates the box and makes them have to make a few more choices than they normally would have had in the conventional setup. Now Royer out in front. Royer short-handed! And with his chin strap undone and his bucket half off, sends Pilsner's jockstrap into the ceiling, and it's 2-1. And that was an exceptional effort by Royer. And he gives the Warriors their 1-goal lead right back. And you see the Shamrock defense kind of overcommit there and allowed him to gain top side into the middle of the floor. And after getting his first goal by going underneath, he goes over top into the middle there and is able to fake out Pilsner and had a half a net to shoot at. That was an impressive one by the Warrior veteran. The ball is going to be sent over to Miller. To Kleisinger, excuse me. Now back with Kleisinger. Kleisinger up top to Fletcher. Kleisinger winds. That goes off of a stick. And back out. Shamrocks regain possession. Kleisinger into the middle here. Fletcher. Fletcher back over. Gets it back. Shoots that. That goes wide. And he can't save it from the over and back. It'll be Warrior possession with 49 seconds left to kill and 10:26 to go in the first period. I want to thank you for joining us here on the channel. Hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live on CROW LAX TV. While the Warriors kill that, I want to make sure that you know to get your 50-50 tickets. Draw will take place on Canada Day with a maximum take-home of up to $10,000. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit our social media channels at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. And the city of Fort Saskatchewan, explore Fort Saskatchewan, discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their downtown scenic parks in River Valley. Work in a thriving community. Play where every moment is memorable. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. Dickin, Dewart, as he takes a long outside shot. The shot clock winding down, shorthanded. Shamrocks knocked down. Ball's going to go loose. Wellner bait with like 4 Shamrocks there. And now the Warriors wanted an interference call, which they probably should have gotten. But then I think they called back in on the Shamrocks. So they get the ball back, and that kill is completed. So the Warrior penalty kill goes to 2 for 2 so far, and Royer taking a beating here. Got the ball back out to Dickin. That's a good stop by Pilsner. And now the ball's sent up. Here's McLean. McLean is going to pull that out, then tosses it into a cutter. That was Miller. A little bit of a hard pass. Couldn't bring it in. And now Dewart is going to grab it and be met instantly by a Shamrock defender. And that looked like Johnson as the Warriors come back onto the right side with a Dickin. Good stop there low on Pilsner. And now the Shamrocks do a good job of getting that loose ball, and here they go up floor. Vimy Ridge Academy at Vimy Lacrosse Excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Unleash your potential with Vimy Lacrosse. And now a transition opportunity with Flett. Ball is going to go loose. And now Carey gains possession. Here's Carey. Works his way all the way out in front of the net. Went through Pilsner, and it looked like into the net, but he was well inside the crease, and that'll be an easy wave off for official Wes Kendall. One of the RMLL's better officials, if I may say so. Has the ball on the left side. Up top, that shot. And that's stopped by Pinch. As Andrews comes away with it up and over the Miners logo. Here's Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate races up over the top of the floor, and now it's turned over, and here are the Shamrocks, 3-on-0. And here is McLean in on a breakaway, and that's a good stop by Pinch. As the Warriors come back with it, and it'll be Brody Stashnik. Here comes Luke Royer, already with a couple of goals here. Swings it to Dewart. Gets it back. Royer, and good job by Pilsner to stay tight to that near post. And really didn't give Royer anything to shoot at. Here comes Fletcher. One of the South Division's most dangerous shooters as he gets the ball over to the left side. Now in tight, and another save up high by Pinch, and he denies Ferrati there. And Fletcher gets tied up there, loses it. And Pinch is... It looks like they're going to call 5 seconds on him. The ball got kind of tied up behind the net, and he couldn't get it out. Very rare that you see that. I don't know if I've ever seen that in like 30 years of being alive. Granted, the first 5 years I was probably too little to remember, but the ball is going to go in behind the net. And Andrews is going to come and hand off to Dewart. 6:06 to go, first period. Warriors leading the 10-1 Shamrocks 2-1. Dickin. And Dickin decided to take on a little too much there, and he goes down, and the ball is going to turn over. Back the other way. Shamrocks in transition. Shot. And kind of jammed up there on that shot was Whitmore. Kind of went into the midsection of Pinch, and it'll be Warrior ball. Here's Rex Wolney down the floor. Only going to stay out and play some offense here, maybe. It looks like he is, as he swings the ball to Dewart. Tried to flip it inside, and he did get it to Luke Royer. Did a good job in a very limited amount of space to get that shot off. And the Shamrocks come away with it. And here they come into the zone with Kleisinger, right side. Nice flip pass inside to Fletcher, and I don't know, some weird things going on, like guys falling, like after guys are on the ground, they're getting hit in the head and stuff, and like extracurricular cross checks on the ground. See if that starts getting called here as Royer goes in, or Menon goes in behind the net. Dewart's going to wind fire, and that goes into the midsection of Pilsner. And here comes McLean. McLean swings it. That ball is sent wide on the short side. It'll be Warrior ball. That is going to be in the stick of Andrews. And he throws it to nobody. That's an over and back. Oh, maybe he wasn't over center yet. I guess they was. So it will be Shamrock possession. The Warriors have thrown the ball away a few times in this period. They did it a few times early in the game, and now you see another one there. It's going to be something they're going to need to eliminate from their game. As Siege tried to go underneath his defender, Stashnik. That didn't work, and then the shot's taken. That's well wide. And now here's Fair. Fair with a potential breakaway. Fair in on the wrong side of the floor. And that's a pretty simple stop there for Pilsner. As the Shamrocks come back down in the offensive zone. Kleisinger will slow play this as a couple of Shamrocks enter the playing surface. Kleisinger, that was a really good stop as he pulled that short side, and now he gets the rebound. And he tucks it short side where he tried to go the first time. Pitch looked like he got like maybe the butt end of his stick on it on the initial attempt. The ball went loose, and Kleisinger was able to recollect the ball, and nice finish there the second time around. It's 2-2. And as I mentioned earlier, that's a big addition back into the lineup for the Shamrocks. I was looking the other day, and Kleisinger had only played 4 games to this point out of the 11. And to get him back in the lineup is a pretty big for this Calgary team, as O'Dwyer is going to win this draw. As he takes a hit from behind, no call, and now out in front, it's Siege scores. As that's happened a couple of times, the Shamrocks have been left on the crease. Pinch has been able to shut the door, but this time was one too many, and the Shamrocks take a 3-2 lead. And now O'Dwyer originally won the draw, but he lost the ball. Wasn't able to kind of flip the ball into full possession. And the ball gets tossed away and now into the stick of Fletcher. Fletcher is going to be checked heavily there by Wolny. And Miller works his way inside, and seen that a couple of times both ways as defenders have kind of allowed access on ball into the middle of the floor, and guys have been able to get good shots off. Dewart to Dickon, or to Elliott. Elliott fired that into the stick of Carey. He was well guarded and faded off to the wrong side of the floor. And then Elliott shoots that, and that's stopped by Pilsner. 1:55 to go here, first period. Shamrocks with their first lead of the game, 3-2. It's Kleisinger. The guy who tied the game up is going to send that over to Siege, who took the lead for the Shamrocks. As Ferrati is going to pick up that loose ball. Ferrati. And it could have been a moving pick. Vadiep, Warriors head coach, yelling about that. I don't blame him. I think both teams not happy as the ball swings over. Kleisinger, inside Kleisinger, and that, I think he was good there. They wave it off. That was an unbelievable crease dive as he did a really nice job of sort of kicking his feet back up to avoid the cylinder. And I think that was a goal, but they wave it off. But nonetheless, even though it didn't count, that was some exceptional athleticism by the Shamrock righty. And now Dickin, another guy that knows a thing or two about crease dives, gets his shot blocked. And now here come the Shamrocks. Shamrocks in transition. He's going to hold and makes a smart decision to pull it out. Shamrocks yelling for too many men. Don't get it. Well, now it looks like they are going to get it as Wes has his hand up on the far side of the floor. Shamrocks now go 6-on-5 with the delayed penalty, and that's a rip. That gets stopped. Loose ball gets picked up, and they'll reset it. Ball's going to be held here. Anderson. That shot's ripped off the bar by Kleisinger. And now the delayed penalty will be called with the Warriors gaining possession. And the too many men call will be enforced. And with 10 seconds left to go in the first period, Shamrocks will get their third power play of the game. So Luke Royer having a conversation with Wes about the too many men call. Want to get some clarification, I would guess. So they put a couple more seconds on the clock, so it'll be 12 seconds instead of 10. And the Shamrocks, already having the power play, will put Pilsner back in net. Ball is swung back and forth here up top. Now it's down low. Anderson gets it over to the left side, and that is going to be it barely make its way in on net. Handled by Pinch. That'll do it for the first period of play with the score of the Calgary Shamrocks 3 and the Edmonton Warriors 2. We want to thank you for joining us here on the channel, CROW LAX TV. Free lacrosse all spring and summer long as we approach the Larry Bishop Memorial Tournament to crown a Alberta champion and send them to the Founders in Hamilton. Once again, at the end of the first period, the score, the Calgary Shamrocks 3, the Edmonton Warriors 2. We'll see you in just about 10 minutes. Welcome back into Bill Hunter Arena, where after the first period of play, it was the Shamrocks taking a 3-2 lead into the dressing room. As the Warriors got out to 1-0 lead, Shamrocks answered. Warriors got back up by 1, and then in the last, 5-6 minutes, the Shamrocks able to take their first lead of the game. And that's where we stand here, headed into the second period. And it's a lot of the guys you'd expect to be really noticeable have been so far. Luke Royer for the Warriors with a pair. Kleisinger on the board already. Looking really good as well. As we look like we're just about ready to get going here. And we are about to take off here in the second period of play. As the Shamrocks win the draw, and they'll send their offense out and continue this power play that they began with about 12 seconds, 10 seconds left in the first period. Ball up top, and Negrin is going to work up, and he skips it down low. Now cross crease pass to Fletcher. Wasn't able to bring that in. Swings down to Fletcher, and that quick stick missed the net. And now it'll be over and back, and it'll be Warrior ball as the shot clock expires anyway. The Warriors try to drain as much clock off here as possible. Royer was already with a shorthanded goal. Comes out of the corner with it. He takes on a couple of Shamrocks. Now a third guy comes in. Royer, drag move, and Royer, I don't know how the heck he gets shots off like that in traffic, but he's almost impossible to get the ball off of in tight. And he makes up his mind that he's going to get a shot off, and he usually does. So the Shamrocks come back over. Their power play will get set back up. Ball up high. Fletcher behind the back, down to the far crease, inside. Ferrati, and he threw a couple of fakes and then burnt the pipe. And that was a really nice setup there by the Shamrocks on that power look. Fletcher down low. Back up top. Fletcher down to the crease. That's Siege. Fletcher inside. Fletcher! And that just snuck through. Pinch. Fletcher threw a hard fake and then went about hip high on a pinch, and it looked like he was going to get enough of it, but just not quite able to fight it off. And it's 4-2. Shamrocks eventually rewarded for what was a really nice looking power play there. I want to take this time to thank United Tool Supply, celebrating its 50th year in the business. Focusing on building customer relationships has allowed them to earn a reputation for quality service. Visit United Tool Supply today for all your machine shop needs. Ball goes back, and it's going to be flies into the stick of McLean. McLean is able to get the ball back up high. Siege, left side. Siege swings, and he gets it over to Fletcher. Fletcher swings it. O'Dwyer out for an offensive shift, and he rifles that off of the crest of Pinch's black Warrior jersey. And here comes Dewart. Dewart into the offensive zone. Nice swing there to Carey. Carey swings it right back to Dewart. He'll operate on the right side with Elliott. Elliott coming back from that wrist injury that has kept him out to this point of the season. And as a former player, I can tell you the hardest games to play are those games that are right after injury, if you've missed a long extended stretch of time, especially halfway through a season where everybody's sort of up to speed. As Lachlan Gordon's going to collect that, and the big guy comes out over center. Now Warriors are going to look to get their offense going, and that's going to be knocked down. And then the Shamrock player gets knocked down, and they'll call interference, and it'll be Calgary ball. Now, fast break, quick stick, and the Shamrocks make good on that opportunity. It's 5-2. Looked like Ferrati on the left crease was able to bury that. I only got to see the Shamrocks a couple of times last year live, and they both came in the Larry Bishop Memorial. Actually, that's not true. I saw them once in the regular season as well. But I would say Ferrati is one of the more improved players I've seen in quite a while. He's really become a force for them this year. And he gets on the board again here for the Shamrocks. Ball is swung over to the left side. Ball is going to be thrown at the net, and that's a bullet from Kleisinger, as all you could really see was Mesh Ripple up high on pinch, and it's 6-2. Kleisinger taking over from Janicek last year, who, if you might remember, scored a lot of goals from up high, from well out on goaltenders a year ago, now playing for the Junior A Mounties. And he also went with the Warriors as a pickup to the Founders a season ago. But that was his bread and butter. And Kleisinger saying, Max, you might be gone, but I could pick up the slack for you. And he's able to give the Shamrocks a 6-2 lead. Ball deep in the right corner is brought up and swung, and now goes into the middle, and it's going to be picked up by Fair. Fair engages his guy and then tosses it to Royer off the bench. Royer scampers around with it. Now he swings to Dickin. Dickin. Good defense there by the Shamrocks. Dickin, crease dive, and they say goal. As Dickin able to power through that check, keep his balance, and it's 6-3. That's what Dickin excels at, the one-on-one game. And he's did a nice job, as I said, of keeping his feet just long enough where he could take off and jump around Pilsner. Ball goes into the corner, and it's going to be brought up by Siege. Anderson. Anderson swings back to Siege. Cutter, off ball, Fletcher. And that was a behind the back bullet. And it looked like it caught top corner, but I don't, obviously it must not have. But that was a hell of a shot by Fletcher. I'm not sure if Pinch got a piece of that or what happened there. As Elliott is going to wait and operate off the right side. Elliott tried to get that to Dewart. It was out of his reach, and now the ball is picked up and lost, and they'll scramble for it. Now the Shamrocks come away with it. Ball left side. Two-man. Niggerin is going to swing it. As ball shot, and that stopped. Anderson with that rip from the outside. So the Warriors going to try and scramble this ball a little bit, maybe drain some. Although they're going to get a reset if the Shamrocks do pick it up. And the Warriors will get the ball and come up the floor. Cameron. Hands off to Dickin. 14 minutes to go, second period. Shamrocks up 6-3. Dickin. And he tried to go 5-hole. Pilsner shuts that off. City of Fort Saskatchewan. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their downtown parks in River Valley. Work in a thriving community. Play, work, or visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. Ball up high. Over to Siege. And he's tangled up there. He rolls back out. Ball tossed in on pinch, and that caught a piece of his mask, and the Warriors will come away with it. Be sure to get your CROW LAX 50/50 tickets. Draw will take place on Canada Day with a maximum of $10,000 as the winnings now in tight as that ball goes in behind the net. But yes, a maximum take home of up to $10,000. Scan the QR code on your screen now or visit our social media channels for more information. CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. The ball goes loose. It's picked up by Menon. Menon will come over into the Shamrock zone. Thought about maybe shooting. Thinks better of it. Now the Warrior offense hits the floor. Vimy Ridge Academy at Vimy Lacrosse Excellence is the standard, led by some of the province's most decorated and experienced instructors. Dedicated to molding well-rounded athletes, Vimy Lacrosse is the fusion of sport, academics, and personal growth. Explore the academy by visiting vimyedmonton.ca/lacrosse. And O'Dwyer spins out, and after thinking about taking a shot on the fast break, gets it into the stick of Kleisinger. Kleisinger back up top. Kleisinger swings. Now it's left side with Miller. Miller jammed a pass to Kleisinger. That goes wide. And it'll be Warrior possession on the 30-second shot clock expiration. And it looks like they're going to allow the goalies to grab some water here with 11:49 to go here in the second period. And the Shamrocks up by 3. I want to thank you for joining us here on the channel, CROW LAX TV. All you have to do is hit subscribe. You'll be notified at any time a game goes live. And we'll take you right through the Larry Bishop Memorial Tournament, the provincial championship that will determine who goes to the Nationals, the Founders Cup in Hamilton, Ontario. I also want to take this time to thank United Tool Supply. United Tool Supply celebrating its 50th year in business, serving machine shops across Western Canada. Their focus on building customer relationships have allowed them to earn a reputation for quality service and expertise. Visit United Tool Supply today for all your machine shop needs. As 2-on-1 here, just at the last second, a nice stick check by Gordon sent the ball over top of the net, and the Warriors will gain possession. Here's Wolney off the wrong side of the floor, and Pilsner did a good job of standing tall there. Now out in front, fast break opportunity, and then the rebound, and now a delayed call is coming up to the Warriors. Siege. And that's going to be picked off, but the delayed penalty call will take place, and the Shamrock power play will go back to work. Like a cross-checking penalty. And don't think that the Shamrocks weren't well aware, if they weren't already coming into this week. I'm sure the first thing their coaching staff mentioned to them at practice early this week was the reminder that the Warriors have had their number, and they've played an inspired game here so far. You got to think that plays into some of this right now, as the Shamrocks have really played a sharp second period to this point. The ball's going to go loose, and it's going to be picked up by the Warriors. as Fleck comes in to enemy territory. Carey's going to hold on to this. Now the pick comes from Wellner. Beatty slips off it. Carey into the corner. Carey. And he gets a shot off after a little bit of a spin. And now the Shamrocks will come back and enter the offensive zone. 9:50 to go, second period. About 50 seconds remain in the penalty. Ball goes off of a helmet, back into the stick of Negrin, and that gets stopped. Ball goes up over center. Menon's going to grab that loose ball. Menon's got a trailer here. That's Muir. And he'll be a bit of a safety valve here. Now it looks like he'll head off. Menon will hold. Menon into the far corner, gets hit. He's going to lose that. And the Shamrocks, with about 7 seconds remaining on the power play, reconvene down in the offensive zone. Ball right side, and now unaware of the Warrior coming out of the box, but it just got off in time, and then Fletcher with the off-ball cut and ripped it up high on pinch. It's 7-3. And it sounds so simple, but that's really the most effective tool any offensive player can have, is understanding how to cut off ball and having the feet to do it, having the timing to do it, and having the vision to do it. And Fletcher does that really well. The on-ball guys are so much easier to defend just by nature. And it's always the off-ball guys that can really hurt you. And now Andrews takes a check on the back. That's going to be a call. And the Warriors will get what feels like a rare power play. I don't have the numbers in front of me, but I think the Shamrocks have had about 5. And I don't know how many the Warriors have had. Maybe 1. And the Warrior power play, which has been quite good over the last couple of years, is going to have an opportunity. It'll be Dewart up top. It's a little bit of a different configuration, actually a lot different configuration. With the guys they've lost. Royer, doesn't matter. He says it doesn't matter who the heck's on the floor. We're going to score. It's 7-4. As he completes the hat trick. And so with 8:32 to go here in the middle frame, the Warriors cut the Shamrock lead back down to 3. It'll be Shamrock ball off of the loose ball interference call. Inside, a nice couple of fakes there by McLean. I don't know if he caught some posts or how much of that pinch got, but that was a real close call as the Shamrocks gain possession and get the reset. Inside, a little bit of a twister shot there, and looked like it caught a piece of the top of Pinch's mask. Now in transition, Muir. Muir's going to hold up. And he swings that over. Pick set. Royer. Couple of defenders waiting for him. He swings it back over to Dickin. Pick's going to come over from Dewart. Dickin's going to go underneath. Back up to Dewart. Dewart swings to Royer, and the quick stick goes home. It's 7-5. Make that not 1, not 2, not 3, but 4 for Luke Royer. And with 7:26 to go in the second period, what was a Shamrock 4-goal lead is down to 2. City of Fort Saskatchewan. Explore Fort Saskatchewan. Discover a place where family fun meets opportunity. Visit their downtown parks and River Valley. Work in a thriving community. Visit, work, and play in Fort Saskatchewan. Ball is going to be swung here. Siege, left side. Nothing there. And he tried to, well, the ball did eventually get over there, but he was jammed up. I'm surprised the ball got over where it did. Now the ball goes loose. And Anderson, or sorry, McLean is going to get hit by Wolney. The shot clock's going to go. And it's going to be Warrior ball. Bad pass. Dickin is going to be able to pick that up, though. And here's Dewart. Dewart swings it inside. Wellner Bate was open there. The pass was too high. Now, Cherry with the rebound, and that got sent well wide. Ball goes loose. Wellner Bate's going to be pushed into the boards. He's joined there by, can't really tell who that is. I think that's Carey. Yeah, it is Carey. And eventually the ball goes loose. It'll be Shamrock possession. Ball over on the right side. Out of the corner comes Fletcher. Fletcher. That goes well wide, and then it almost hit Pinch and rolled back in. He was able to kind of knock it away from the goal line. And now Kleisinger was pinned. Now he's going to come out in front, but the shot clock expires. And again, this extracurricular stuff as guys are on the ground. I've seen this has happened all game long. Pretty easy roughing calls, but if I was Kleisinger, I'd be irate. They're going to give the Warriors the ball. Okay. So it'll be Warrior possession. Here's Dewart, right side. Tried to swing that over to Royer. Dewart winds and fires, and that's stopped by Pilsner. Now Dewart's going to go in and press a little bit. As here come the Shamrocks, 2-on-1, out in front. Anderson, and that was fought off by Pinch. Another big-time save. Pinch has made some really impressive saves here, and then he does the splits on Siege crease dive. As he holds the fort for the Warriors here. 5 minutes to go, second period. Shamrocks 7, Warriors 5, and what has been a very good game here from Bill Hunter Arena. You shouldn't be surprised between these two teams. A couple of teams that have represented Alberta in the last, off the top of my head, 4 Founders Cups. It always is weird because COVID had those 2 years, or COVID eliminated those 2 years. But Warriors 23, Warriors 22, COVID 21, COVID 20, Shamrocks 19, Shamrocks 18. So it should be the last 4 Founders Cups that have taken place, have seen these two teams represent Alberta. And now the ball is going to be grabbed by the Shamrocks off the Lucy, and they'll head back down into Warrior territory. As the ball off the left side. Ball swings, and now it's back over. Shot. And that was from well out. Tate steps over to that one and turns it away. Inside Fletcher, he got slid on hard, and he took a couple of big hits. And now here are the Warriors out in transition, and Dickin got blasted into Pilsner. No call there. It'll be Shamrock ball. 3:45 to go, second period. Shamrocks 7, Warriors 5 here from Bill Hunter Arena. As the ball gets swung over right side. Kleisinger, hop step inside as he goes underneath his defender, and now back out in front, and that's thrown into the midsection of Pinch. As the Warriors, Elliott gets it to Dewar. Ball swings over to Luke Royer. Hard pick there by Carey. He's open. Carey right in front of the net. And just unable to bring it in. As the Shamrocks come back down into the offensive zone. Shamrocks out of the near corner. Miller does some spinning around. Now Miller takes a hard shot up high. And lost the ball, obviously, and now the ball will go into the near boards, and Andrews comes back down for the Warriors. Here's Dickin. Now you can hear, I don't know if you can hear it, but the Shamrocks bench immediately yelling, help, 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 because you know that option number one all the time is Dickin wants to go to the net with the ball. Again, one of the better ISO players in probably the whole country in terms of junior B lacrosse. As the ball swings over. And Lentz will pick that loose ball up. Warriors a little slow to come on the floor here. Now Dewar will control it. Dickin. As the lefties start to cut, that ball missed its target. And now breakaway opportunity for the Shamrocks is Johnson. Johnson in and pinch turns that away. And now the loose ball is picked up by the Shamrocks. Elliott tried to swat at that, but the Shamrocks able to get up over center and avoid the 8-second count. That was Whitmore. Sorry, that was Seaborn. As the Shamrocks have about 12 seconds on their shot clock here. That shot sent wide. And now they're going to have to take a shot with 2 seconds left. And the ball bounces out in front of the net. And it'll be Warrior possession. 43 seconds remaining in the middle frame. The Shamrocks 7, Warriors 5. The Warriors try to cut this lead down to 1, perhaps, before the end of the period. Wellner bait lines fires. That stopped. And they'll call the Warriors for entering the crease, and it'll be a Shamrock ball. And the Shamrocks will call a timeout. And with 23.8 seconds left in the second period, they'll try and draw something up and go 6-on-5. Be sure to get your CROW LAX 50/50 tickets. Draw will take place on Canada Day with a maximum take-home of up to $10,000. Scan the QR code on your screen or visit our social media channels for more information at CROW LAX TV on Instagram and X. And United Tool Supply. United Tool Supply is celebrating its 50th year in business, serving machine shops across Western Canada for all their tooling supplies, focusing on building customer relationships that have allowed them to earn a reputation for quality service and technical expertise. Visit United Tool Supply today for all your machine shop needs. So the Shamrocks will go 6-on-5 here with 24 seconds remaining in the middle frame. And try to go back up a few before the second intermission. And again, you'll see them hold till about 8-9 seconds on the clock, and then start to move around and try to work something. There's a lot going on here in front of the net, and a couple of things that definitely. As the ball gets shot, and the Warriors will pick it up and send it down the floor, and that will be the end of the second period with the score. The Edmonton Warriors, or the Calgary Shamrocks 7, the Edmonton Warriors 5. I want to thank you for tuning into the channel. All you have to do is hit subscribe. You'll be notified every time a game goes live. And we will be with you all summer long, right through the Larry Bishop Memorial, which will take place in Rocky View, Airdrie. And Alberta champion will be crowned and sent off to the national championship, the Founders Cup in Hamilton, Ontario. The score after 2 periods of play, the Calgary Shamrocks 7, the Edmonton Warriors 5. We'll see you in just about 10 minutes. And welcome back inside the Bill Hunter Arena, where the Calgary Shamrocks hold a 7-5 lead over the host Edmonton Warriors, as the Warriors able to narrow what was a 7-3 Shamrock lead by getting the last couple of goals of that period. Luke Royer with them, and he's really been a driving force in this Warrior effort here today, as the ball goes loose and it's going to be picked up by the Warriors. And that's Rex Wolny. Pulls a swim move out of his bag. And now a little bit of a windmill. Full bag of tricks out for Rex Wolny here. And it looks like the Warriors are going to go 6-on-5 here. Interesting little tactic here early in the third period. As the ball goes into the corner. And now Pinch races back into his net. I like the creativity. I tend to think that coaching, especially at the higher levels where it, you know, these decisions can have a huge impact and make huge differences, can be a little bit conservative, and I like things like that. As the Shamrocks come up high. And that's a bullet off of the crossbar. Popped up and hit the ceiling, and it'll maintain Shamrock possession. Shamrocks off of the half wall. Kleisinger. And Kleisinger rips that, and that's stopped by Pinch. As I think Pinch has had quite a good game here for the Warriors. He's one of those guys that has been around for a while for this team and really stepped up for them. As Luke Royer, speaking of guys that have stepped up, he takes a shot. That's turned away by Pilsner. And here come the Warriors. And now ball in the hands of Regan Carey. Off the left side. Pick comes from Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate and Carey will continue to try to make something happen. Now, Carey with a little sidearm shot that got pulled wide. And here go the Shamrocks. It's Whitmore. Oh, and now a too many men call that it was, you could say, was influenced by the Shamrock bench. As the Shamrocks will set up here, 6-on-5. That shot's well wide. And it'll be another Shamrock penalty or power play. So 17:35 to go, and the Shamrocks up 2. They'll set up as we wait for the penalty put up on the clocks. I want to thank you for joining us here. Hit subscribe, and you'll be notified every time a game goes live. CROW LAX TV. You can also hit up social media channels on Instagram, Twitter. You can hit me up at MJ_9 on Twitter and M.Joma on Instagram. And please, I really encourage the interaction. Let's talk some lacrosse. As the ball gets skipped inside, now into the middle. And that gets stopped by Pinch, who's done that a lot today, is drop into the splits. And I think he finds that to be the best way for him to get down as quick as possible. And instead of dropping to his knees, he sort of drops down onto his rear. As the ball gets knocked down by a stick. And now Royer's tossed down. They say the shot clock expired before that, so they'll give the possession to the Shamrocks. Here come the Calgary power play. Fletcher down to Siege. Back up to Fletcher. Skips it back down. Now inside. You see that a lot. They'll slip a guy inside right on top of the net. Kleisinger, man, he pulled that just wide. And it'll be Warrior possession as they have about 30 seconds to kill here. 16:10 to go, third period. Dickin, as he walks the ball up high. And he's just going to hold and try to kill as much time. The Shamrocks are just going to be content to let him drain some clock. And that shot goes wide and then bounces back down the floor, and it'll be over and back, and it'll be Shamrock ball. Ball over on the left side. And they've dropped that top guy down into the middle again. And now a overhand to the bottom right corner. It's 8-5. And the traditionalists and the guys that love fundamental lacrosse will love that goal. It's a straight overhand shot, high to low, and able to pick the bottom corner. That's a big goal for the Shamrocks as they restore their 3-goal lead. Ball goes back and it's going to be picked up by Andrews. And here comes Andrews into the offensive zone. Now, Stewart, right by the Shamrock bench, is able to use his frame to ward off a check. Gets the ball over to Wellner Bate. Dickin winds, fires. That goes off of the mask of, or a piece of the mask anyway, of Pilsner. The Shamrocks don't get that call as they will bring the ball up top. And now Ferrati is sent to the floor. And now a call is going to be made. And the Shamrock power play will come right back out onto the floor. With 14:42 to go. Familiar to the confines of the penalty box, Rex Wolney will reacquaint himself with the sin bin as he makes his return to the Warriors after missing most of, or really all of the season to date so far, and deciding to return as the Shamrock power play comes back out onto the floor. Fletcher up top this time. Here's Fletcher. Ball swings. Kleisinger skips it. That was a bad pass. The feet of Siege. And here comes Lachlan Gordon. He gets it into the stick of Luke Royer. Couple of Shamrocks sunk into the middle. Nowhere for him to go here. He moves that to Wellner Bate. Wellner Bate looks over. The right side. Dewar. He rips that at the last second off of the helmet of Pilsner. And it'll be Warrior ball with a fresh 30. And this is a massive kill here. They need this one if they're going to have a realistic shot in coming back in this game with 13:30 to go. Down by 3. Dickin. Walks it. Now Dickin comes across the top. Stops up. Gets it to Dewar. He rolls that in on Pilsner. And the Shamrocks will have one more possession here before the power play expires. Ball up top. Now with Anderson. He swings it. Anderson gets it back over to the left side. That shot's taken. And now Fletcher, the low shot there, and he gets the reset. 10 seconds left on the shot clock, or on the penalty, as the Shamrocks likely going to hold this and not risk a transition break the other way if they miss the net and allow the Warriors to go the other way with the guy out of the box. Now they'll run something. Here's Miller. Miller back up to Anderson. Anderson tried to hit Siege. That was down at his feet. He recollects and sends that in on pinch with only 2 seconds left on the shot clock. And here goes Flett. Once again, a very good transition player for the Warriors. As the Warriors come back into the offensive zone. Elliott to Dewar. That was a tough pass. And here go the Shamrocks. Shamrocks a bit slow to come on the floor here. Here's Kleisinger. Kleisinger slips through a check. Kleisinger tried to rip that back across the grain. Just missed, and it'll be Warrior ball. Cameron. Elliott. Dickin thought about going. Now he goes. Dickin across the net. And so good with that stop and start where he looks like he's about to take off, try to go underneath. And then as soon as the defender sort of resets his feet, he takes off for good and tries to get across the net with a crease dive or maybe a little bit of a reach around type shot. Now Dewar, and that just caught the bottom of the post from well out. I've seen him score a lot of goals this year from well out. That one didn't go for him. And that would have been a huge one. Still 11 minutes to go here. Warriors trailing by 3. Dickin. And that's early in the shot clock and right into the belly of Pilsner. Here come the Shamrocks, and Surf Monster got Seaborn there as they are able to regain their feet here. But now the ball is picked off. It's Rex Wolney. And now he heads back into offensive zone. He's going to try to pull his way to the net, and he did. Got a shot off into the stick of Pilsner. The big man, Rex Wolney, and he used his size to his advantage there. Dickin swings, carry. That goes off a leg. And now they're going to meet up for this loose ball on the near boards. And the Shamrocks, all they have to do is keep it loose. They'll get the shot clock expiration. It will be their ball. 10 minutes to go here. Third period. Shamrocks 8, Warriors 5. Fletcher 2-on-1. Quick stick. And that's turned away by Pinch, and a massive save there. The Warriors must have the next one if they have a realistic shot here. Royer up top. Gets it to Dickin. He gets it to Dewar. Dewar swings it to Carey. Carey. He's going to hold. Try to flip it back to Royer, and way too much traffic there. And here come the Shamrocks in transition, and another save while doing the splits by Pinch. Probably made about 10 of those in this game, if not a dozen. As the Warriors come back offensively here. Wellner Bates got a lane here to shoot. That goes wide. The sea parted there for him. He had a big lane to shoot, just missed, and now that shot's well wide. And the Shamrock ball off this 30-second shot clock expiration. I want to take this time to thank United Tool Supply, celebrating its 50th year in the business, serving machine shops across Western Canada for all their tooling supplies. focusing on building relationships have allowed them to earn a reputation for quality service and expertise. Visit United Tool Supply today for all your machine shop needs. And now it looks like we're going to have matching penalties here, one on each side. Stashnik for the Warriors, and I can't see the number here for the Shamrocks. I'll let you know once I am able to see. Looks like number 5 for the Shamrocks, Negrin. So we'll play some 4-on-4. And now it looks like a water timeout. Well, once again, thank you for joining us here on CROW LAX TV. All you got to do is hit the subscribe button, and you'll be notified every time a game goes live. As we enter into the final third of the regular season, playoff races definitely heating up. Teams battling for playoff spots and positions. And then in mid-July, we'll have the playoffs for you. And all the way up and through the Larry Bishop Memorial Tournament, the provincials, where an Alberta crown will be determined, and that winner will be sent off to Hamilton, Ontario for the Founders Cup, the national championship of Junior B lacrosse. And it looks like Pinch is getting some repairs on his lowers as well. Just some tape, it looks like. And that's something, I don't know if you could see the Warrior bench all that well right now, but that's been a common theme for them, is only a couple of guys on that bench this year. Whether it's Vay and Owen, or if it's Vay and Graydon, or if it's Vay and Dean. They have, much like their lineup, their coaching staff has been away a lot this year, as the Shamrocks operate off the left side. Now into the middle, and Fletcher with a shot, and that gets turned away by Pinch, who's been very active in the Warrior net tonight. Maybe one of his better games I've ever. And just as I say that, a shot from distance goes in. And I apologize to Tate if that was any kind of jinx, but he really has played well tonight here. That one gets by him, though, and it's 9-5 Shamrocks. And that is a tough one for the Warriors, as there only remains 8 minutes. And the ball is knocked back, and pulled back, I should say, and it wasn't a stick of McLean. Now, a couple of Warriors jump him, ball's loose, right in front of the penalty box. They're going to tie up here. Ball's still loose. And now Flett is going to come away with it. And now Pinch is going to come out, and the Warriors will go 6-on-5 here with 7.5 to go. Going to want to get going here, though. 6 seconds on the shot clock. That was a tough pass for Royer to handle. Wellner Bay. He's going to have the shot clock expire on him, and it's going to be Calgary ball. Big whack there. And now a potential breakaway look. That was well over the head of Ferrati. And here comes Menon. Menon is going to bounce the ball over to Elliott. Elliott to Royer, as the Warriors once again go 6-on-5. Royer, Elliott, back to Royer. Royer, nice little backdoor look, but that was a good stick by the Shamrocks. Gorst got taken down. Ball goes loose. Elliott is going to whack there. It'll be 8 seconds. And it'll be Warrior possession. 6:26 to go. The Warriors in danger here of losing their first game at Bill Hunter Arena in 2 calendar years, over 2 calendar years. Last time they dropped a game was June 30th of 2022 at home against the Rebels. The ball is going to stay in Gore's stick. He shoots that. Pinch stops that. Warrior offense got to get going here. Not that much time. 5:45 to go. Here is Dickin. He loses it. And he gets it back. Dewart. Long shot. That's stopped by Pilsner. And now the loose ball is grabbed by the Shamrocks. And they get up and go. Ball in the stick of Anderson. On the right side, he's going to wait. Anderson looks, moves it. And now the ball's brought back out by Kleisinger. Then he shoots. And now Flett with a nice loose ball. And Flett's going to go 2-on-1 with Fair. But he's got to fade to the wrong side. He does try to get it over to Fair. And then Fair's thrown down. And it'll be Warrior ball. And the Warriors will go back to their 6-on-5 look after taking a shift off of it. 4:40 remains. Dickin. Now with Dewart. Dewart gets it over to Carey. Carey, and that was a good shot. And that was stopped by Pilsner. Carey did a good job of using the defender as a screen, and he shot it around his leg. But now, looks like another Warrior penalty will be called. And the Shamrocks will go back to the power play. Shamrocks just content here to work this ball around. No rush, obviously, as they hold the 9-5 lead. And only 4 minutes remaining in the game. Fletcher shoots that. Good stop by Pinch up high. But that means that the Shamrocks are going to be able to drain another 30 seconds here. As Kleisinger will sit up high with it. He moves it. Fletcher gets it over to the left side. Back to Kleisinger. Fletcher to Siege. And he bounces that in on net. And Wolney comes away with it. Here is Wolney. Wolney puts his shoulder into his defender. Here comes Wellner Bade. He has to circle back out. Royer's stick snapped. Dewart shoots that, and that gets stopped. The Shamrocks come back over center. 2:45 to go. Shamrocks looking to go to 11-1. That got by Kleisinger, and it's going to be Warrior ball. And this would also be the first time that the Warriors would drop below 500, I believe, since pre-COVID. Pretty impressive run it's been by the Warriors, and I don't think they're done yet, but so it's a tough one for them tonight against a team that's been rolling as the ball goes loose. And the Warriors will regain possession. Dewart up high. Wellner bait, and he pulls that short side low. It's 9-6. Wellner bait loves that shot. That little sidearm back to the short side, low corner. Connects on it an awful lot. It's 9-6. And now ball is picked up by Gorst off the faceoff. That's one thing the Shamrocks have really done well in this game is win faceoffs as the ball is picked up by the Warriors. We're going to have to hurry. 1:48 to go, third period. Elliott goes back over to Dewart, and that slow shot stopped by Pilsner. Here come the Shamrocks. Empty net, and from center, that is buried into the gaping cage. It looked like Seaborn, and it's 10-6. That should wrap it up for the Shamrocks. Well, call face-off violation, and it'll be a Warrior ball. Wellner bait shoots that off of the leg. Good soak there by the Shamrocks. And Wellner bait is going to take a penalty here on O'Dwyer in reverse transition. And the ball goes wide here. And the ball goes back up over center. They'll blow it dead. Wellner bait will go to the box. So with just over a minute left, I would not expect the Shamrocks to be really shooting at all here. And now Kleisinger will hold and roll it into the corner or flip it up into the mesh. And the Warriors will have final possession here with about 30 seconds remaining and trailing 10-6. Dickin. Elliott. Quick stick there by Dewart. Got a lot on that. Pilsner absorbs that, and that's going to do it. As the final seconds tick down, and it will be the Calgary Shamrocks defeating the Edmonton Warriors inside Bill Hunter Arena by a score of 10-6. The Warriors lose on home floor for the first time since June 30th, 2022, while the Shamrocks get a big win, a statement win on the road, and they improve to 11-1, while the Warriors fall to 5-6-1. Final score here from Bill Hunter Arena. Once again, the Calgary Shamrocks 10, the Edmonton Warriors 6. Thanks so much for joining us. We hope to see you again soon. Have a good night.